WWE SummerSlam, Roman Reigns match for the biggest party of the summer potentially revealed. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer, have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. After his loss at WrestleMania 41, Roman Reigns remained out of action for nearly 3 months. It was widely rumored that he would face Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. However, Rollins sustained an injury just before the event and is expected to be out of action for an extended period. With Rollins officially sidelined, the long-anticipated SummerSlam showdown appears to be off the table. Still, given Roman's status as one of WWE's biggest stars, it's no surprise that he's expected to feature prominently at the event. While an official announcement has yet to be made, current indications suggest that Reigns will compete in a tag team match at SummerSlam. He is expected to join forces with his longtime ally Jey Uso to face the team of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Since Roman's recent return, he and Jey have stood together against the disruptive presence of Reed and Breaker. Some rumors hint that Rollins' injury may not be as serious as initially thought, and he could return soon to reignite his rivalry with Reigns. On this week's WWE Raw, following a major return the week before, Roman Reigns addressed the WWE Universe. He interrupted Paul Heyman and members of Seth Rollins' faction before speaking to the crowd. Roman first turned his attention to his former advisor, accusing him of wrongly taking credit for his success and that of the bloodline. He then attributed his 4-year run as undisputed WWE champion to the support of the fans, a classic move from a performer embracing a fan-favorite role. However, wrestling veteran Vince Russo criticized the segment on his show, The Brand, questioning whether it reflected WWE's best creative work. Given Reigns was the top antagonist in WWE for most of his title run, Russo's skepticism was understandable. Still, the live audience responded positively to the promo. As for SummerSlam, Roman Reigns is set to join forces with his cousin and former Bloodline member, Jey Uso. Together, they'll attempt to stand against Rollins' group in his absence. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have been causing chaos in recent weeks, targeting various top stars including Penta, Louisiana Knight, Jey Uso, and CM Punk. With Rollins temporarily out, this could be the perfect opportunity for Reigns and his allies to shift the momentum. It remains to be seen whether Reigns and Uso will rise to the occasion at the biggest party of the summer, WWE. SummerSlam 2025 is shaping up to be a night of redemption for Roman Reigns as he teams up with Jey Uso against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Reigns, also known as the OTC, issued the challenge on social media, asking the Yeet Master to believe in him one more time. Jey accepted, making their tag team reunion official for the biggest party of the summer. While SummerSlam is known for last-minute twists, one possibility is that Triple H could be asked by Reigns himself to cancel the tag team bout. Fans initially expected a Reigns versus Breaker singles match after Seth Rollins was sidelined due to injury, but WWE opted for a tag match instead. There's still a chance to turn this into a one-on-one showdown. If Jey Uso and Bronson Reed get into a heated altercation at ringside before the match, it could result in both being unable to compete. This would pave the way for Reigns versus Breaker to happen instead, should the OTC petition Triple H for the change. This shift would set the stage for a long-awaited dream match between the new big dog and the head of the table, creating a major twist that could make this year's SummerSlam even more exciting. It's important to remember, however, that this is all speculation. Fans will need to tune into WWE Raw to see how the story develops. In a recent interview with Gorilla Position, Breaker named Roman Reigns as his dream opponent. Widely seen as the future of WWE, Breaker described a scenario where he would challenge Reigns for a title at WrestleMania in Dallas, Texas. He imagined Reigns as the reigning champion and himself as the challenger in a high-stakes title match, possibly under a no-holds-barred stipulation. A spear versus spear encounter would surely excite the WWE Universe, and it remains to be seen if Triple H will bring this vision to life. WWE SummerSlam will be held over 2 nights. August 2 and 3 in New Jersey. This historic two-night event will be headlined by John Cena and Cody Rhodes competing for the undisputed WWE title, while CM Punk challenges Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Amid all the major bouts, the real-life cousins Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will reunite in the ring after 245 days, if their match takes place on August 2nd. They will face Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in what promises to be a powerful tag team match. Reigns returned to Raw 2 weeks ago and found himself in a heated conflict with Seth Rollins' faction. On the most recent episode, Reigns confronted Paul Heyman and his allies but was overwhelmed before Jey Uso came to his aid. After the episode, Reigns invited Jey via social media to join forces with him once more. The last time Reigns and Uso teamed up was at Survivor Series, when the original Bloodline, Reigns, Jey, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn, joined CM Punk to face Solo Sikoa's faction. The OG Bloodline emerged victorious on November 30th, 2025. While Jimmy is now on SmackDown and Sami is locked in a rivalry with Karrion Kross, fans are thrilled to see Jey and Roman back together for another marquee match at SummerSlam. Tommy Dreamer had high praise for Roman Reigns' promo on this week's episode of WWE Raw, saying the OTC one owned Paul Heyman on the mic. Reigns appeared in the main event segment where he confronted Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Speaking on the Busted Open After Dark podcast, Dreamer said, "Reigns absolutely delivered with his mic work." Bishop Dyer believes it would be a major mistake for Cody Rhodes to turn heel and align himself with The Rock. With Rhodes scheduled to face John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2025, some fans have speculated that he might accept The Rock's pre-WrestleMania 41 offer to do whatever it takes in order to secure the win. Speaking on a recent edition of the Busted Open radio podcast, Dyer shared his thoughts on why such a move would be the wrong direction for Rhodes and the company. On the notion of Rhodes turning heel and joining The Rock, I absolutely think Cody cannot join The Rock in any way, especially after that controversial exchange on TV. That's just undermining the story you've been telling. As much as I want to see heel Cody at some point, now's not the time for it. On internet speculation about the turn, the internet is out of their minds with the things they notice. I just don't have time to piece together the things they do, but there was a picture of Cody wearing the same glasses The Rock was wearing. Cody had them on backstage maybe Friday, and someone on Twitter caught that and made a connection. So, are there Easter eggs that we're missing? Despite Seth Rollins' real-life injury, his visionary alliance remains a relevant part of WWE Raw's storyline. Paul Heyman is currently managing Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and is in a rivalry with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. As we are just a few days away from SummerSlam 2025, WWE is building a tag team feud between these two teams. A premium live event like SummerSlam promises to bring unexpected twists and turns. In this article, we will be making 4 predictions for the heel group at the biggest party of the summer. Paul Heyman made an offer to Roman Reigns to join him as his faction's newest leader. However, the OTC declined, and instead responded assertively on Raw. The Oracle's actions imply that he may still be interested in reuniting with the head of the table, especially with Seth Rollins currently absent from WWE. This increases the likelihood that the former Wiseman may betray Breaker and Reed, costing them the tag team match in favor of Roman Reigns, though it's unlikely that Reigns will accept him back, as he already confirmed that Heyman is no longer the Wiseman. The Rock has not been seen in WWE since Elimination Chamber 2025. As of now, there is no confirmation regarding the final boss's appearance at SummerSlam 2025. If the People's Champion returns at the upcoming PLE, he might surprise the world by revealing himself as the new leader of the faction. Earlier, there were theories of Rollins and The Rock working together, with the Hollywood star being the real mastermind behind Heyman and Seth's alliance. The current scenario seems ideal to reintroduce the final boss into a fresh storyline rather than focus on John Cena's retirement tour and possibly reveal him as the faction leader at SummerSlam 2025. Seth Rollins has already been seen with crutches on multiple occasions, confirming that his injury is legitimate. Nonetheless, some believe that while Rollins' injury is real, WWE is presenting it as more serious than it is to serve the storyline. If the architect has only suffered a minor injury, then he could return at the forthcoming Premium Live event to surprise the WWE Universe by cashing in his MITB contract. The former Shield member could cash in against CM Punk, who is set to face Gunther at SummerSlam 2025 in a World Heavyweight Championship match. The tension between Rollins and Punk could be enough motivation to ruin CM Punk's SummerSlam moment if he manages to dethrone the ring general. Ricky Saints is one of the names rumored to join Seth Rollins' heel alliance on WWE Raw. A few months ago, sources revealed that Ethan Page and Ricky were being considered as additions to the visionary faction in the near future. Currently, Ricky is not a champion in NXT, making him a solid choice to debut as part of Seth's faction at SummerSlam 2025. With this, the former AEW star could make a high-impact main roster debut and join the group. He could assist Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in the tag team match and help them secure a win over Roman Reigns and JUSO.WWE. Superstar, big. Bronson Reed shared a short two-word message reacting to the Stamford-based promotion announcing a major match for the SummerSlam Premium Live event. The Aussie is all set to compete at the biggest party of the summer. Roman Reigns returned to WWE last week seeking payback on Paul Heyman and his stablemates. The OTC received assistance from JUSO earlier this week, as the duo took down Reed and Breaker. Earlier today, the Global Juggernaut officially announced a tag team match featuring the 4 stars for SummerSlam. After the announcement was made, Al Zila quote-tweeted the post shared by WWE SummerSlam's official X Twitter account. He noted a two-word message, attempting to assert the faction's dominance as they head into the Premium Live event. Last week on Raw, Braun Breaker competed in the gauntlet match to determine the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. After pinning Penta and LA Knight, the former WWE Intercontinental Champion received help from Bronson in eliminating JUSO. However, he was unable to help his stablemate defeat CM Punk. Speaking on Sportskeeda's Legion of Raw, wrestling veteran Vince Russo questioned why the Aussie did not compete in the gauntlet match like Braun Breaker did. The former WWE writer suggested that there was a lack of planning within the promotion, leading to an attempt to generate more content. Reed has yet to compete in his first match at a Premium Live event since returning from injury on the May 24th edition of Saturday Night's Main Event. It will be interesting to see how he performs in his first PLE match of 2025 at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns made his return to WWE television last week on Raw. The head of the table had not been seen since he was attacked by Braun Breaker on They Are Raw following WrestleMania 41. On this past Monday's edition of Raw, Roman Reigns confronted Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed during the final segment of the show. Paul Heyman's faction tried to overpower Reigns, but JUSO stepped in to help. It was announced by the company that Reigns and the Yeet Master will team up to face Reed and Breaker in a tag team match at SummerSlam 2025. Listed below are 4 signs that JUSO may betray Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. JUSO saved Roman Reigns on Raw this past Monday night from an attack by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Reed was moments away from executing a high-impact move when USO rushed to the ring. USO could secretly harbor resentment toward Roman Reigns for not always being there when needed. He may be considering betraying his former bloodline ally at SummerSlam to express his independence and send a message. Seth Rollins won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match last month, and it appeared the promotion had major plans for him this year. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury during his match against LA Knight at Saturday Night's Main Event and will be out of action for the foreseeable future. Paul Heyman might approach JUSO ahead of SummerSlam and attempt to strike a deal. The Oracle could offer Jay the opportunity to receive the Money in the Bank contract if he turned on Roman Reigns during the tag team match. JUSO and Solo Sikoa were once aligned in the bloodline, but that alliance has since ended. Sikoa has formed the My Family Tree faction on WWE SmackDown alongside Tama Tonga, JC Mateo, and Tala Tonga, Hikuleo. Sikoa is scheduled to defend the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match at SummerSlam. Sikoa and USO could come to an agreement ahead of SummerSlam. Main Event Jay may choose to betray Roman Reigns at the event in exchange for a significant role in the new faction. Sikoa likely still holds unresolved tensions with Reigns after his unsuccessful bid to become the new tribal chief earlier this year. Reigns previously defeated him in a tribal combat match on the January 6th edition of Raw. Roman Reigns shared a video following this past Monday's Raw and commented that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed believe they represent the future of WWE. However, the 40-year-old emphasized that the only way to truly become the future of the company is by winning major matches at PLEs and creating unforgettable moments. Roman Reigns shared a video following this past Monday's Raw and commented that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed believe they represent the future of WWE. However, the 40-year-old emphasized that the only way to truly become the future of the company is by winning major matches at PLEs and creating